Good morning, Cypress Village residents. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Chat. My name is Ty Morgan, Executive Director, and today is Friday, June 3rd. Hope everybody's having a great start to the day, and thank you for tuning in and joining us today. As usual, we want to give our residents as much information as we can on a weekly basis, and today we have multiple areas and multiple directors you're going to hear from, bringing you up to speed with the most current happenings around Cypress Village. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll close it out as usual with a few bullet points of my own, and happy birthdays to Cypress residents. Enjoy.
Hello, Cypress Village. This is Laurel Mundell, your Director of Administrative Services. I've got a lot of announcements today, a few quick ones, so I'm just going to hit them real quick and roll on through. The Master Directory, many of you have been asking about when the hard copy of that will be available. The goal is for end of June for that to be distributed or ready for distribution. We're going to do a editing, proofreading time, so be on the lookout for that. I just want to make sure everyone's names, addresses, contact information, and photos are how you want them to be prior to doing the final print. I've got more hands helping me now, so that is a huge relief. The elevator displays for Touchtown, they disconnected from our network, so they are not updating to what the current slides are on channel 266 and on the online version. So I am aware that those displays are not accurate right now. That's not Community Life Services' fault. It's a technical glitch, and Andy and I are going to have to go around to each one of them and reprogram so that they're reconnected. Speaking of Andy, he is going to be off today and Monday. He's taken some time off, so if you have any IT-related work orders, just know that those will be pushed off until Tuesday. If there's anything extremely urgent, of course, you can give me a call, and I will do my best to take care of them in the fashion that Andy would. Satisfaction surveys are continuing to roll in. Thank you so much for your feedback. The housekeeping surveys, it's actually cool to see when we started, we were at about a 3.1 star and we're at 3.9. So we're almost up a whole star now in housekeeping satisfaction. So that's great to see. There's also the landscaping survey there, Middleton's and the Loon's Nest surveys, so keep that in mind. And car registrations, I've had about 80 people register their vehicles so far through the app, so keep those coming. I know we've got more than 80 cars on campus, so keep it coming. We don't have a deadline set yet for when those are required to be in, so just when you're thinking about it, going through the app, go ahead and just fill that out. And speaking of the app, if you go into the activities section, here if you click on the activities tile on your Cypress Village app, you will see that blue Touchtown icon that I had mentioned last week, but I forgot to tell you what the username and password was. So our community-specific username and password is the same. It's 4567 for username and 4567 for the password. Once you log in, this one will take you directly to the activities daily schedule. So you'll see all the fitness classes and everything that we have going on. You can click on the individual event and see the time, date, and the location that it will occur. If you go back and click on announcements, you'll see the slides, the correct version of the slides that normally play on all of the elevator displays and on channel 266. So feel free to scroll through there if you feel like you've missed any announcements or want to see what's going on. There is a dining section. That dining section isn't ready yet. We have some admin support helping us in the dining department to get all of this stuff behind the scenes ready. It's just not ready yet. So keep that in mind that dining is not going to be accurate, but activities and the announcements will be. And if you're having any trouble with the app, I recommend you turn off your phone, turn it back on, and reopen your app that way, because sometimes there are updates we're making all the time and they don't quite click. So if you just restart the program or restart your phone, then that information will be current. The Google review contest. So we're waiting to hear how we panned out as a community against our LCS partners, but for Cypress Village, we had 31 Google reviews in the month of May. That's incredible. So the residents, thank you so much to the residents who submitted those reviews. They were all very positive. It was great to hear all of the stories about how long that you've been at the community and what all you appreciate. So I appreciate that. Keep them coming though. We'll always take some Google reviews. For this particular contest though, we had the most responses from Indigo Plant Court. So congratulations, Indigo. I'm going to get with Jean Bland and see what she would like to do about planning a pizza party and then stay posted. The last thing that I want to mention regarding the rodent issues that we had been having with some of the vehicles over in the A lot, I haven't heard any reports of it lately, but an article was passed to me from Janet Allen, actually our Residents Advisory Council president, and it had some interesting notes in it that I just thought you all might find interesting. So as I think we had mentioned this before, that a lot of the reason for the rodent damage was that the automakers are using more plant-based biodegradable materials, which is something that the rodents can either eat or at least use to dull their teeth. This was an attempt by automakers to reduce waste, but then has created a little bit more enticing of a treat for rodent friends. If you see any damage from rodents, take action immediately. Keep your car running. That'll help deter the animals, and notify your mechanic or take it to a shop so that they can do an assessment of anything. If the earlier you catch it, the better. Look for signs such as droppings, scratches, chewed wire, damaged belts, nesting materials, or exposed fiber insulation. Those will be just indications that something is amiss. And one of the technicians from Orkin Pest Control, he had mentioned that one of the main reasons that there's been an increase in general is that people during the pandemic have spent more time at home than probably ever before, and the rodents have been forced to find new food sources because of the pandemic-driven restaurant closures. That was something that didn't even occur to me. So without restaurant waste to dine on, rodents started moving to more residential communities that were still producing food waste. So I think that's an interesting point, why this is something that we've seen happen that wasn't a normal occurrence. So how to avoid attracting critters. Park away from places that are known to draw rodents, such as near trash bins or natural food sources such as vegetable gardens. Keep your car interior free of food wrappers, as their scent can draw rodents, and move your car regularly. It discourages varmints from taking up residence, and occasionally honk the horn before starting it up to scare away any napping critters. There are also some specially made spray products that promise to deter rodents. So you can spray this under your hood or around your vehicle. Peppermint oil and cayenne pepper are both natural ways that won't harm the rodents but will deter them. So that's an option there. I just thought those were some fun facts. Thank you to Janet Allen for sharing that with us. We'll probably put a little snippet in the newsletter as well for those who are missing Coffee Chat. And then on the topic of nuisance animals, I just wanted to remind everyone that Canadian geese are considered a nuisance animal. So we should not be feeding them, as it will not just feed the two that happen to be around, but they will tell their friends, and you will have about a dozen geese in your yard and littering their droppings around the sidewalks. That can be a slip hazard, and nobody really wants to be walking their dog in that. So just keep that in mind as well. Janet Allen, our Residents Advisory Council, also happened to inform me that geese will leave 2 pounds of dropping per day. So keep that in mind as well. Another reason not to feed the geese. So I hope you all enjoy today's episode. Have a great Friday weekend, and I will see you around the village.
All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Chat. A couple updates from the maintenance department. First off, silverberry indigo bushes. We have surveyed it. Larry's been out there. We've talked about what the solutions are. We put it out last week, but I want you to know that we're holding Tree Amigos to the fire. We've given them 30 days to make it right. If the bushes don't come back, they'll be replacing them. Any personal items or personal plantings that died will be replaced. We will be putting out an official letter to everybody on those streets just to make sure that you know we're actually taking care of the problem. Next is the pool. On Saturday morning, it's going to be closed from 8 to 12, so we could pressure wash the tile and around in the bathrooms. So we'll be doing that on Saturday morning. It'll be reopened as soon as they're finished. So I'm saying noon, but if he's finished by 11, it'll be open by 11. Mulch is just about done. There's still a little bit more. Gordonia and Myrica. I don't believe either one of those are finished yet, but they're really close. You see some other landscaping things going on out in front. We're getting rid of some of the old plantings and doing some good updates, so I'm happy about that. The elevators, we're just waiting on the C elevator to be finished. I've been told by next Friday it should be pretty close, if not completed. And then we'll have it inspected, which will be Monday or Tuesday. And then all elevators should be back up and running. Thursday, we had a problem with the A elevator, but that was the contractor replacing the roof on top of the elevator shaft. It's back in working order as of now. Otherwise, that's all I got. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. Susan McLean, Director of Resident Services. I hope everybody's morning is off to a wonderful start. I just have a few quick updates to give you all. I wanted to let you know that the personal health personal health monitoring study, the one where our telehealth doctors on D250, is the study that they're participating in. They are going to have a little informational seminar in the train lobby on Wednesday, June 8th from 9 to 1. So if you're interested or having trouble with your blood pressure and you just want to be part of this study, it's a really great way to have doctors help oversee and help you with any questions or concerns. So please come down in the train lobby and talk to Sally and Dr. Periani and his team there and get more information about that. And then on Thursday, June 9th, from at 10 o'clock in the Wellness Center, Chrissy will be having her Wellness Center orientation. And this is where she'll take you over to the Wellness Way and show you the examining rooms of our outside providers that come on campus. And she'll also introduce you to our telehealth team upstairs in D250 and also go over the list of providers that do come to the Wellness Center to help provide services to you. And also, starting on Monday, June 6th, Guardian Pharmacy will be here on property from 9 to 1, starting Mondays. And then also on Wednesday, they're going to continue to be here as well every Wednesday from 9 to 1. So if you have a need a question about your prescription, or if you have any over-the-counter items that you would like to purchase, you're more than welcome to come down to the Wellness Center and talk to Guardian Pharmacy. And this Wednesday, the pickup cycle is for Tower A. So if you have your prescriptions through Guardian Pharmacy, and it's your time to pick them up if you're in Tower A. And then on Friday, June 10th, in the OMR from 10 to 2, residents are welcome to come and get a COVID booster shot. But please be sure to call and schedule your appointment through IHS at 904-807-6103 to get your appointment. And also you will need to fill out your consent form, and that is also available in the IHS office in C138. And also hurricane prep meetings. We're going to have 2 of them next week. One will be on June 7th, Tuesday, in Egret Hall at 1 o'clock. Then also on Thursday, June 9th at 10 o'clock. So just come on down if you want to get information about hurricane prep, what you need, and how Cypress rolls through a hurricane. Come down to the Egret Hall and we'll let you know. And also wanted to give you some updates on the CDC recommendation if you are think you may have COVID. So if you're being symptomatic and you're unsure if it's COVID or not, please wear a mask. And you're more than welcome to come down to the Wellness Center on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you can get tested. Also know that Guardian Pharmacy has the rapid test available for sale. And so Guardian Pharmacy, they're here on Mondays and Wednesdays. And I recommend the rapid. That way you don't have to wait. If you go through the lab, you have to wait 48 to 72 hours. But if you're exhibiting symptoms for COVID and you want to know if you're positive or not, please come down to the Wellness Center, wear a mask, and you can get a test. If you do test positive, the new recommendation is to self-isolate for 10 days. So that means do not come out of your apartment, don't come down and take part of any of the social activities. Just remain in your apartment until you're symptom-free. If you feel that you're getting better and it's only been about 5 or 6 days, the recommendation is to retest and make sure you are negative. So first recommendation, just hang out in your place for 10 days. After 10 days, you're good to come out. If you're feeling better before the 10 days is up, please test and make sure you're negative before getting out and being around other people. So we just want to keep everybody safe, well, and healthy here at Cypress Village. If you have any questions about anything I've gone over, please give me a call. I'm actually filling in for Chrissy, who won't be back until Tuesday, so you can see me in the Wellness Center. But you can always give me a call, and I'll call you back. All right, everybody, have a beautiful weekend.
Oh, hi, Cypress Village. How's everybody? Who doesn't like a massage? I like a massage. What's behind me? Oh my gosh, it's Tamara. Can you believe it? Wave, Tamara. Hi. Guess what? We've hired an amazing gal. She's doing massages Thursday mornings here at this amazing massage studio. We've got a great table. We've got chair massages, Swedish deep tissue, and guess what? Thursday afternoons, she even does home visits. So if you want to make an appointment, call Trina. She's in the dental office. She'll schedule you. Have an awesome day.
Good morning, Cypress Village. Here, your friend Anthony Bone. I got some good news. I want to introduce you to Taisha. She's our new laundry supervisor, coming straight from Boston, and she's happy to be here. Taisha.
Hi, so I'm the new laundry supervisor. My name is Taisha, and I will be here to serve you. Anything you guys need, just contact me on my email or my phone number.
To contact Taisha, her email is Molina, MOLINA, Molina Taisha, at cypressvillageretirement.com. Her phone number in the laundry, it's 904-807-6132. You could contact her if you have any concerns with laundry. Thank you.
We look forward to meeting you guys.
Good morning, Cypress Village. It's Anthony Bone again. Just wanted to give you some feedback and housekeeping schedule. I thank you for your understanding. Right now, we've done some progress. Got 2 housekeepers already working. We got 2 in process for orientation. So I'm hoping and praying if we get 2 more housekeepers, we try the best to go back to weekly service for July 1st. We try and we'll give you more information, but if everything goes through by the middle of June, we could have them trained and we'll be on our way back to weekly service. That's what we want. That's what you deserve. And I know that's what you're paying for, that service. So we'll provide service. We'll train them. You're going to have good staff, good inspections, and everything is going to go back to normal. Thank you for your understanding. Have a great weekend.
Hey everybody, it's Jen from the Loon's Nest. I wanted to give you a couple updates about this weekend. The Loon's Nest will be reopening Sunday and Monday, finally. Yay! From 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We will be open 7 days a week now. Just a few reminders. Our last seating time is at 6 p.m. If you come to dine in the Loon's Nest, please put your name on the waiting list if there is one by 5:30 to make sure you get a table by 6 p.m. If you don't make it to be seated by 6 p.m., you can order takeout until 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you come for lunch, takeout can be ordered from the Sandpiper Cafe from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. every day. We also are opening the back 2 tables in the Loon's Nest as our waiting area. So if you are on the wait list and you want to enjoy a drink or something with your friends while you're waiting for your table, those 2 tables will be available, as well as our veranda tables outside. Another update, as of June 1st, the full count system will be changing a little bit for the Loon's Nest and the Sandpiper Cafe. Due to some billing discrepancies we've had over the past couple months and some confusion on the bills, we've decided to have the residents sign for any charges that are outside of their contractual meal. So anytime an account charge is made, we will ask you to sign a receipt and give you a copy so that we have record of all of the transactions that are made to clean up some of the confusion. So we look forward to seeing everyone. Have a great weekend.
Hi everyone, it's Ben here with Coffee Chat. Sorry I missed everybody last week. Actually managed to get a day off and I wasn't here, so I do apologize for that, but looking forward to a lot of things to talk about today in a brief time. So as you heard from Jen, Loon's Nest will be open on this Sunday starting 7 days a week again, so we're really excited about that, and I know most of our residents are too. Looking forward to those Sundays and Mondays, seeing everyone down in the Loon's Nest. Also, we are on track for our goal to reopen 4600. We're on target at this point, so we're behind the scenes. There's a lot going on right now, but we were really looking forward to getting that open on track. So you're going to receive a little bit more information on the reopening update. There will be a letter going out. It should be out this weekend, and it'll contain a little bit more information about 4600 reopening, some of our contingency plans, how we plan to reopen, and a little bit about reservations and things like that. So any questions, again, you can kind of filter them through my leadership team and myself, but we will have a lot of information coming out as we get closer to that opening date. So thanks again, and we look forward to seeing everyone. And just a friendly reminder, next week I will be doing a little bit of a show on how we manage our temperatures in the kitchen when it comes to the cooking processes as well as the serving processes, and some of the things we do to educate our staff and make sure that the food is being served at a palatable or enjoyable temperature for our residents. So thanks again, and we look forward to seeing everyone. I also wanted to talk about the coffee machines out front. So it's been a challenge since I've been here, and I'm sure before, with the coffee machines constantly either being broken or not working correctly. So we've talked to our vendor, and they actually have some other machines that we're going to be receiving next week. These machines are made to handle the higher demand that we have here. Although they won't be serving the cappuccinos and hot cocoa, we will have some options available at the coffee station to be able to accommodate all of our residents. I am looking forward to these new machines, and as I'm sure all of our residents are too. And if there are any questions or some feedback when the new machines come in, please let us know, and looking forward to learning to use those myself. So can't wait till they get in next week and solve one of our coffee issues. So thanks again, and have a great day.
Good morning, Cypress Village residents. Ty Morgan, Executive Director here again. Just had to introduce one of my fellow residents and also a very good friend and colleague that we play a lot of golf with throughout the months and years here at Cypress Village. His name's Gerald Sanda. He goes by Jerry. He's also the president of the Putters Club here and has been doing a great job. I think we've got upwards of 60 plus putters here at Cypress Village that go out every Friday at, what time, Jerry?
Well, we start at 10:30. But have you been out at that green lately?
No, but the green looks good.
Oh man, it's fantastic. It's the best I've seen it ever since I lived here.
I agree. So just to rephrase that for some of you that may be interested in joining the Putters Club, they meet out at the putting green and croquet courts. every Friday morning at around 10:30 a.m. and they have a putting competition, and it's a very social, fun event for our residents to partake in. But we've been working on the green, as Jerry was just mentioning, for a long time, and Larry Wilson and Tree Amigos, I think, have perfected what we've been trying to achieve for a long time. So if you haven't been out there recently, come out and see the surface. It's in much better shape. But the reason we're here today is we have a quarterly event that we like to announce to the general public here at Cypress Village, and I'm going to turn it over to Jerry to talk a little bit about that. Jerry?
We usually, what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to have one in the winter, spring, summer, and fall each year. And this year, we've decided to try to get it at different courses if possible. We have been doing it out at Jack's Beach, but this one, which we're calling the summer one, which is the Queens Harbor Open. It's out at Queens Harbor the 16th of June. First tee-off time is 4:21 in the afternoon. It's, like I said, it's open. We've only got a couple spots available right now, so if you're interested, I need you to get in touch with me, 904-535-2336. By next Friday at the very latest.
Hey Jerry, just a couple questions. Is it a shotgun start?
No, unfortunately, it's just a regular 4-team scramble.
Okay, so the earliest tee time's around 4:21.
That's the earliest.
If they're thinking about getting out there, they can get out and hit the range, putting green a little bit before play time. Right. And at the end of play, are we going to meet at the boathouse and have a little cocktail reception?
Sounds great to me.
Okay, so residents that are interested or already signed up, after our round of golf at Queens Harbor, we'll return back to Cypress Village, meet at the boathouse, and have a little cocktail reception, maybe with a guest bartender to be determined, but we'll keep that as part of the anticipation if you decide to join us. Anything else, Jerry?
Yeah, just a quick plug-in, if possible, for this coming Tuesday, we're going to Top Golf. And if you haven't been there, you need to check it out. You've still got time to sign up, so please look into it. And I mean, they got great food, great booze. Well, all booze is great, right?
Sure. It's air-conditioned, it's covered. It's really a cool experience. I've been there many times. It's a lot of fun. And you don't have to be a good golfer. You can get up there and have fun with swinging the club, missing the ball, or hitting a great shot. But again, just how they have it set up is a really good social area for residents to have a good time, in addition to hit some golf balls. Okay. In addition to all of the fun, Lisa Drew, our Community Life Services Director, is also sponsoring 3 bays, which means to residents that are interested in signing up, you don't have to pay to actually participate in the golf or the activities. But if you do elect to have a drink or a meal, you will have to pick that up on your own tab. But call her if it's something of interest. I highly encourage it. I think it's a great time and a great experience. And go have a good time with the Putters Group and other residents from Cypress Village.
You won't be disappointed.
Good morning, villagers. Lisa Drew, your CLS director here. I hope you're having a good week and that you have a great upcoming weekend. I wanted to start by thanking Mary Alice Wester and Maze Barnett for all their help with putting together the calendar and the newsletter, and of course the security team always for being so helpful and delivering everything to the houses. I also wanted to tell you that June is Activities Appreciation Month. So our culture committee, which is spearheaded by the wonderful Candace, will be having volunteers throughout the month helping out and doing guest appearances at different activities. So you may see them out and about as we have our June programming. And so we're happy that they want to help us out. We do have quite a few fun things coming up in June. We have Several of you have asked for another outing to the Jumbo Shrimp, so we have that. We have Top Golf on June 7th. There's still a few spots left. So please, if you want to have a fun day, join us June 7th. Call us, fill out your sign-up sheet, and let us know you want to come. The golf will be on us. You'll just have to buy your own lunch. I also wanted to tell you that on June 6th, which is this coming Monday, June 6th is the anniversary of D-Day, and I always like to acknowledge that. I have planned a documentary to show you in Egret Hall, but I thought this morning would be kind of nice to have a meet and greet for our Cypress Village World War II veterans. We have 11 of them. We have, 12 of them, and that's amazing. You know, every day we lose World War II vets, so their story needs to be told. And so if you're a World War II vet, if you know a World War II vet, and you'd like to be part of the meet and greet at 2 o'clock on Monday in Egret Hall, call me at the number below. Come by the CLS office, or just show up 2 o'clock Monday in Egret Hall, and we will celebrate you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you around campus.
All right, I'm back, and I hope everybody is getting a lot of information and updates that we like to provide on a weekly basis. I'm going to dive right into the elephant in the room, which is COVID-19 again, unfortunately. We are going to have to start reporting on this on a weekly basis based on what's going on within Duval County as well as Cypress Village as well. Currently within the county, the rates of COVID-19 are up to 16.9%, which is fairly significant. Anything above 10%, they start putting it in a category of red, which really translates to us whereby we need to start testing, like I said, every week, twice a week for all employees that are not fully vaccinated. Fully vaccinated has changed definitions by the CDC. To be fully vaccinated at this point in time, you have to have your initial shots if you were Pfizer or your J&J, the booster, the original booster, and then the follow-up booster within 4 months after your first booster. I know it gets very complex. It's a very tangled web, changes very often, but that's what the current regulations are that we're having to follow. So we are on a 2-time per week testing cycle. With that being said, the first testing cycle we had, which was not this Monday, but the Monday prior to, we had 4 employees pop positive, which they are back now, thankfully, but just throwing another layer of, stress and uncertainty on our operation and the number of bodies that we have to take care of our residents here on a daily basis at Cypress. So with that, we are back to reporting COVID-19 statistics. We do have 1 resident in independent living that is currently positive. We have 5 in the healthcare center that are positive as well. I'm not aware of the condition of the IL at this time that we are filming, but I do know that the 5 current confirmed cases in the healthcare center, all of them are very mild, very asymptomatic in nature, so nothing threatening, but we have to obviously take the precautions to eliminate or mitigate the spread in that particular area. So that's where we are with residents. In regards to employees, I do not have the actual count while we're filming here today. I will say it's not widespread. We might have a few at the most, but at this point I don't have the exact number to articulate or inform you with. With that, I am going to roll into the update for housekeeping as well as 4600 East and the Loon's Nest. Katie will be putting out a communication letter this weekend that will give you the details of that. I can't give you too much insight because there still are some moving parts that we're trying to tie up before the end of business today so we can get that out to you. But just stay tuned and pay attention to that letter and get the information you need so you're as up to date as everybody else within the community. Last but not least, I'm going to wish some residents happy birthday in Cypress Village land. And we have 2 today, and I think I hit them last week as well, so they're going to get doubled up. And that's Mrs. Vaso Maniitis, happy birthday today. And also Marie Smith. Marie, happy birthday to you as well. I think I also got these ladies as well last week, but we're going to wish them a happy birthday again this week. That's Edwina Gear and Cynthia Teague. Happy birthday to you 2 ladies. Hope you have a good birthday tomorrow. On the 5th, we've got a lucky birthday girl out there. Her name is Carrie Krimmel. Carrie, happy soul birthday on June 5th, this Sunday. On the 6th, we've got a gentleman, Mr. Robert White. He's the soul birthday for the 6th of June. On the 7th, we've got 3. We've got Mr. Jack Sweely. Welcome back to Cypress, Jack. Susan Watts and Pat Rumsey. Pat, happy birthday to you, as well as Susan. On the 8th, we've got Emily Bauer and Mr. Bob Hayes. Happy birthday to you 2 on the 8th. And on the 9th, we're going to wrap it up there. We've got Mr. James Johnson, or Jim Johnson, as well as Melena Purdom. Happy birthday to those 2 villagers on the 9th. So anybody we mention, reach out, say hello, wish them a happy birthday, call, email, whatever it may be. They will appreciate you. And with that, we're going to conclude today's episode. Happy Friday, have a great weekend, and God bless to all. I did forget one thing I wanted to mention. On behalf of myself, as well as my wife and my family, I just cannot thank you all enough for all of the prayers, all of the cards, emails, conversations. It has meant a lot. But I did want to give the community an update. My wife, Michelle, is at home. She's doing pretty well. She's stable, making progress, very slow but steady. But we will take that. Slow and steady wins the race in a lot of cases. So anything that is making progress and moving forward, in our respect, is going to be positive. So with that, I just want to, again, thank everybody for their support and love, to be real honest. Thanks again, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.